안녕하세요. Riding on the Korean wave. Welcome to Tuesday's edition of The Culture Wave. I'm Kwon-Soa in Seoul. Explore with us Korea's culture from all aspects and stay up to date with K-entertainment, K-trends, K-science and technology, K-everything. And today we're joined by my co-host Walter Lee in the studio. Hello, Walter.
Hello, Soa, and hello to everyone at home. I'm Walter Lee, here to co-host alongside Soa, and of course I have the latest in K-Enter news just for you.
Walter, do you know how many days are left until APEC unfolds in the city of Gyeongju?
This feels like deja. Didn't you ask me this question feels like not too long ago?
Exactly a week ago, I asked you this question. And today I did the math.
Okay.
It's 59 days. So with less than 2 months left until the event, we've got another special APEC segment coming up in the latter part of the program.
Excellent.
But first, we won't let you wait too long for your K-Enter segment, Walter. So let's start off. Today, we're going to talk a lot about boy groups, but who's the first boy group?
Yes, we do have a lot of boy group news today. And let's start off with BTS and Coldplay's collaboration track, My Universe. You are my universe. I had to do it. Remember, it's an old tribute to the program I used to be on News Generation. But let's talk about that. It was released back in September 2021, and My Universe has officially surpassed 1.5 billion streams on Spotify as of Sunday. And it is now BTS's second group song to achieve this milestone on the platform following Dynamite. Now, the song appears on Coldplay's 9th studio album, Music of the Spheres, with both groups taking part in both the writing and the composition sections. Now, upon My Universe, they debuted at #1 on the US Billboard Hot 100, marking BTS's 6th chart topper, and reached #3 on the UK officials singles chart. So it's great to hear that one of my old songs, well, not my songs, but one of my old songs I used to always hear is going very well still.
Walter, great singing. And, you know, before the show, we actually practiced this together.
Yes.
But I just wanted to give you your
you
solo.
left me hanging. Thank you.
Well, it is really such a nice song to listen to. And I do also remember back in spring, I think it was April, Coldplay, their concert in Korea, where they also sang with Jin from BTS for My Universe, the song. And Walter, we're going to continue with NCT Wish.
Yes, NCT Wish, the Japanese Korean subunit of group NCT, have released their new mini album, Color, which features 7 tracks, the title track Color, the pre-release track Surf, and With You, a nostalgic 2000s inspired R&B number that samples off Chris Brown's hit With You. That takes me way back to my early 20s. Now, the title track stands out as an electro-pop song with striking synth sounds and a dynamic shift in the chorus rhythm. Now, its lyrics convey the group's determination to paint the world in their own colors and protect that identity with confidence. Now, NCT Wish expressed their excitement about the comeback, explaining that they had spent the past 5 months preparing to showcase their growth. They emphasized that their main goal with this album is to clearly deliver the message of coloring the world with their own shades.
Looks very colorful, actually, just by looking at the music video.
Indeed.
But Walter, we're going to start back from zero. Let's start with the first Enter news again.
Exactly. Let's go back to Coldplay. No, I'm just joking.
And I'm just joking. We're going to talk about Zero Base One.
Yes, Zero Base One. But Zero Base One hosted a media showcase on Monday in Seoul to mark the release of their first full-length album, Never Say Never. Now, the album captures the moment of their transition from young boys to now artists, while conveying the message that nothing is impossible and broadening the scope of the group's story and also identity. Now, reflecting on releasing a full album only 2 years after their debut, the members shared personal thoughts. Kim Tae-rae noted that beyond simply showing growth, they wanted to firmly present Zero Base One's unique colour, which is quite ironic. We were talking about colour before. Also, Song Han Bin added that the record embodies the collective narrative built by all 9 members since their formation. So good luck to their first album, and that is Zero Base One.
All right, thank you very much, Walter, for those updates.
No
and
worries.
Stick around.
Will do.
And now let's take a look at what our AI anchor Ari has for us with more on the culture front. Ari, take it away.
Hello and welcome to your AI guide to the latest cultural updates from Korea. Here's our top story. Global interest in Korean culture is showing no sign of slowing, fueled by the explosive popularity of Netflix smash hit animated film, K-pop Demon Hunters. With attention now turning to the next wave of K-culture, a recent survey showed that the key lies in Korean traditions. According to the survey by the Korea Image Communication Institute, 72% of Korean and 78% of foreign respondents pick content that blends tradition and the future as the next driver of Hallyu in the years ahead. But they also noted that ongoing political and social conflicts in Korea could negatively affect the country's image. The 30th Busan International Film Festival will take place from September 17th to 26th across the Haeundae area, featuring a total of 328 invited films. Ticket reservations for the opening and closing ceremonies, open cinema outdoor screenings, and midnight screenings will begin this Friday at 2 p.m. on the festival's official website, while bookings for general screenings will be available starting next Tuesday. For seniors aged 65 and older, and people with disabilities who may face difficulties with digital platforms, tickets will also be available at the on-site box office at the Busan Cinema Center. Access to Kunjeongjeon Hall, the largest and most ceremonial building at Gyeongbokgung Palace, will be partially restricted for the next 2 months. The Korea Heritage Service announced that entry to the stone terrace of Kunjeongjeon will be limited through October 31st, requiring visitors to view the hall from the courtyard. This is to prevent potential damage to its stone structures during the peak tourist season. Since last year, the agency has restricted access to the terrace during the busy spring and autumn months to protect the historic site. That's all from me. Stay tuned to the Culture Wave.
Iconic stars from the 80s and 90s, like the Spice Girls and Kylie Minogue, team up with K-pop idols to reimagine their greatest hits. What does this synergy between the two worlds look like? Our News Features reporter An Sung-jin takes a look at the reality show Kpopped.
You've K-popped it.
What would it be like if the Spice Girls and Boyz II Men were K-pop groups? That's what a new reality show aims to find out. The show K-Pop was released last Friday, made by executive producers Lionel Richie and Megan Thee Stallion, and co-produced by CJENM. K-pop artists including ITZY, ATEEZ, Kiss of Life, and STAYC are paired up with global music legends like Kylie Minogue and Kesha to recreate some of their most iconic songs. 8 episodes have been released on Apple TV+, and every episode highlights the cover performance together and the precise K-pop style choreography, alluding to the title, Kpopped. Not only were popular songs like Savage, Say You'll Be There, Can't Get You Out of My Head performed with a K-pop twist to it, but the artists also tried wearing hanbok, tasted Korean food, and visited local spots. One expert says the show could give viewers a deeper understanding of the unique aspects of K-pop.
K-pop has a strong fandom, so not only does it have a persistent demand, but now they are trying out more new things.
According to Flix Patrol, which ranks TV shows and movies on the mainstreaming platforms, K-pop ranked 4th for its global popularity and topped the chart in Korea. Following the craze for K-pop Demon Hunters, maybe Kpopped could be the next piece of K-pop content to make waves on streaming platforms. An Sung-jin, Arirang News.
저 잡지 못한 기억이 있어 오늘도 수평선 너머를 보는 이유
맨발로 기억을 거닐다 나를 사는 단풍에 모든 걸 내어주고 살포시 기대고 온다 맨발로 기억을 거닐다 다 익은 가을 내 허기진 맘을 붙잡고 보니 잠이 든다
In less than 2 months, or D-59, APEC Korea takes place in Gyeongju. Ahead of the main event, a special contest was held where young people from APEC member countries explored science-based solutions to the climate crisis and other global challenges at the 2025 APEC Youth STEM Conference. Let's hear more from a person involved in this project, Kim Do-young, senior researcher of the APEC Mentoring Center for the Gifted in Science, who is now connected with us. Hello, Do-young.
Hello, Do-young.
Hello, thank you for having me. I'm Do-young, a senior researcher at the APEC Mentoring Center for the Gifted in Science.
We're happy to have you on the program. So, Do-young, let's start by introducing the APEC Mentoring Center for the Gifted in Science. What is it about? And also tell us what the 2025 APEC Youth STEM Conference was about.
Okay, the APEC Mentoring Center for the Gifted in Science was officially endorsed in 2007 in APEC as a specialized center, and it is the only one among 19 APEC centers dedicated especially to nurturing young talent in STEM. For nearly 2 decades, with the support of the Ministry of Science and ICT Korea, we have connected high school students with experts in STEM fields across member economies through research mentoring, academic conferences, and joint research, and so forth. This year's APEC Youth STEM Conference provided an important platform to showcase and expand those efforts. From August 6 to 9, 26 youth and about 40 experts from 16 economies gather in Korea Science Academy of KAIST in Busan, Korea Electro Technology Research Institute, and Doosan Enability in Changwon, and KAIST in Daejeon. At the conference, youth participants presented the outcomes of joint research on climate resilience and engaged in various academic activities. Experts encouraged and supported the youth efforts while also engaging in discussion on talent development policy in STEM fields. Together, they visited a leading research institution and gained valuable exposure to Korea's dynamic research and innovation environment, fostering mutual growth and building lasting connection across generation and borders.
Sounds like a very meaningful event, also involving so many people and agencies, and also many participating from all around the world. But APEC is known as an economic cooperation body. So what is the background behind having a science-related conference being held on this occasion? So what is the purpose of this?
Yes, as you mentioned, while APEC is best known as an economic cooperation body, it actually consists of several committees and more than 10 working groups that deal with a wide range of issues. Our center operates under the Policy Partnership on Science, Technology, and Innovation, or PPSTI, which is a working group within APEC that focuses on fostering collaboration in science and technology. In that context, we focus on early talent development and cross-border cooperation in STEM. As Korea is serving as the APEC host economy this year, we wanted to highlight our contribution to strengthening young talent capability in these areas by emphasizing youth exchange and joint research. With this purpose, the Ministry of Science and ICT host and our center organized this Youth STEM conference as a platform for the next generation to collaborate across border and address APEC's shared challenges together.
Yes, that's very interesting, and it's also very important for obviously our younger generation to look forward to the future to help the climate situation. Now, Do-young, I heard that there were various ideas for addressing the climate issues as well as the environmental issues, and that was emerged during the contest. Now, from your perspective, were there any ideas that may have stood out to you?
Yes, there are many creative ideas at the conference. They had been collaborating for joint research online for about 6 months before the final event, developing solutions to climate challenges. Among the 10 finalist teams, some particularly creative and practical ideas included a data-driven analysis of mangrove forests as a coastal defense system, and eco-friendly wastewater treatment using fruit peels such as banana and pitahaya, which is also known as a dragon fruit, and improving AI-based flood early warning system to reduce the damages, and even developing machine learning maps to predict the coral bleaching. These were not just imaginative, but also had a strong potential to real-world application.
That sounds so intriguing.
Yes, it's so intriguing to see even that, the young students of our day are thinking of these amazing inventions that could possibly help the future and
save the world, the earth.
Hopefully save the world. As, a person with a daughter myself, I hope that she is able to live in a world that is, much healthier than it is at the moment. Now, Do-young, let's talk about the winning team. Which team received the award and what kind of idea did they come up with?
Yes, all 10 finalist team received award presented by the Ministry of Science and ICT, Gyeongsangnam-do Province, the National Research Foundation of Korea, and the Korea Foundation for Science and Creativity. Among them, the Future STEM Leader Award from the ministry went to Grovengers, a team of youth from Brunei and Australia. Their project examined how mangrove forest can help mitigate coastal flooding and strengthening resilience against climate disasters. What truly distinguished them was not only the scientific rigor of their research, but also their outstanding ability to communicate and present their idea with a clarity and impact to APEC.
So that's Brunei and Australia, a team of different nationalities. I find this fact very interesting, that you have not nations competing against other nations, but having these mixed nationalities in one team. So I guess there was a purpose for doing that. So what significance do you think this collaborative experience held for the youth of APEC member countries?
Yes, the most unique aspect of this conference was that in order to promote the joint research, all teams were formed as multi-economy teams. This approach itself was one of the event's greatest achievements. It gave the youth a valuable opportunity to share ideas, learn from each other, and grow together. In line with this year's theme of the conference, strengthening climate resilience for prosperous and connected APEC, I believe this multi-economy collaboration clearly demonstrated how young people can contribute meaningfully to APEC's prosperity and connectivity.
I think in this way you even have more room for ideas.
Yes,
if you have these teams with these different nationalities.
Definitely, and obviously coming from Australia as well, I know the different climates in Australia as well. I've never been to Brunei, but I'm sure it's very different to Brunei as well. And I really would like to stress that this is not just a conference. This is, the future that we're talking about and the importance of this conference that you have, Do-young. So what opportunities might these innovative ideas lead to in the future? And also, are there any upcoming events being prepared at your center? And can you please share them with us?
Yes, the conference is not the end of their journey. Not only the 10 finalists finalist teams, but also all research teams that achieve outcomes through joint research will have opportunity to publish in journals and engage in academic exchanges across APEC member economies. For the top team, we are connecting them to programs such as the Korea Foundation for Science and Creativity's R&E initiative so that they can present their findings from joint research at another international conference. And our center, AMGS, will continue to design follow-up programs that allow APEC youth researchers to reconnect and keep collaborating in the future. In fact, the next round of our program will start in October, so you can find more information on our website.
Oh, looking forward to that as well. Now, finally, Do-young, the APEC Economic Leaders meeting is just 2 months away. So what are your expectations for cooperation in the field of science and technology, and maybe also just other personal expectations you have from APEC?
Yes, at the upcoming APEC Leaders Summit, we hope that Korea, as this year's host economy, will highlight key agendas such as fostering youth talent development, encouraging international youth exchanges, and expanding cross-border STEM cooperation as a part of collective efforts to address regional challenges. As we saw through the Youth STEM Conference this year, when the future generation take the lead in scientific cooperation, it becomes a powerful force to sustainable prosperity in our region and in the world. This conference clearly demonstrated how young people can work together across economy to tackle real-world problems, and we believe it offers a strong example how APEC's vision can be realized through youth-driven science and technology cooperation. I also hope the summit will not only showcase Korea's leadership in the field, but more importantly, emphasize the need and for all member economies to work together to achieve these shared goals.
Well, we also hope that everything that you mentioned will materialize. And I really have to say these kinds of events that are about the youth are very important because we never know who's going to become the next leader among these youth. They could become the next, economy minister, or because we talked about environment minister, or other officials in the future. So thank you very much, Do-young, for connecting with us today. And we wish you the best also with the upcoming events you have.
Thank you, Do-young.
Thank you.
And thank you, Walter. As always, we're going to see you back here tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Thank you for spending the past half an hour with us on the Culture Wave. Please join us again tomorrow on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Korea time, and maybe one day here in Korea.